anybody else. So I wanted to say welcome everybody to our weekly meeting. We actually have a new team member. I don't see him on here, but when you see him in the office, his name is Jason Hart. He is new to the business, new to the real estate business, but not necessarily new. He actually also is a works in loans. So he'll have some great information on that for his clients. So lucky for him. So when you see Jason, say hello to him. We've had a lot of good things happening as far as the up desk this week. So let's see, you guys tell me something good, and then if I don't hear it, I'll share what I know. Who's got something good to share this week?
My escrow closed yesterday.
Woo!
Yay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I thought Adam was
listing on Saturday.
Say that again, Lynette.
I picked up a listing on Saturday.
Right on. Where did you get the listing from?
My farm. Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Congratulations, and I'll have you tell us about it in a little bit.
Yes.
What else, Adam and Adrian?
Adrian and I got our offer accepted for our clients. It's a Red Hawk home with a pool. We had to go 81 over asking.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That includes all the furniture, everything inside the house.
Because they wanted to sell everything in the house, not because our people wanted everything in the house, but yeah.
I love the story of this one. Tell us the story. It's because I heard it. I want everybody else to hear it. It's kind of fun.
You want me
How
to
many
tell them?
homes did you show them?
Okay, so we have shown them, oh, I don't know, how many houses, Adam? Probably 50.
Yes.
Oh.
I think we wrote 7 offers in total, maybe.
I've done like 20 CMAs.
Yeah, because we kept putting in offers and then not even, we would maybe sometimes get asked to counter, but these were really high overpriced, way overpriced houses. I mean, you know, like 100,000 way overpriced. So anyway, so we finally had seen this house, and it was so funny because on that day there were like 7 houses they wanted to see, and this was not even one they thought was going to be a contender, and they loved it when they saw it. And so even midday they said, we want to go back and see it again. And we came to the office to strategize, thinking, okay, they're asking 570. Was that it, Adam?
570, yeah.
570. And he's like, all right, so if we're going to have to go in over, how much over should we go? And they were thinking they'd go up to 10% over, which put us at about 630. So they said, and the agent was the homeowner. Okay, her and her husband were selling it. And so the plan was to go to the house. Adam was going to take our people looking, and I was going to corner myself with them and close the deal. So I go in and we go in their office and I go, all right, what's it going to take to close this deal tonight? I don't want a counter. I want to close the deal even before we write an offer. And the lady's like, you are the 7th person to ask me that today. This was only the 2nd day on the market. And the day before they'd had 65 people through the house. So the husband goes, well, I can tell you. And the wife's like, don't listen to him. And he goes, 650 with everything included, all the contents. And I go, well, I don't know if they want all the contents, but I'll tell you, that's a little higher than I was thinking. You know, so anyway, so I go back to my clients and they're like, do it. So, but it was so funny because the guy's like, when I forgot to say, when the wife said, you're the 7th person to ask me, I said, yeah, but I'm the one who means it. So we did. We said, all right, 650 includes everything. We're going to write it at 630 for the house, 20 for the contents. We did it that night. They signed it that night. We were in escrow the next morning.
Congrats, Adrian. That's really great. Is that your up desk call?
No, this was someone we've been working with for like a month. They actually,
Oh, okay.
well, it's kind of related to an up desk. That I got a referral and I got to put my sign up on a house, and it was a sign call from that. So.
Very good.
So we also, Cecily, are you listening? Are you in there? I see your face.
I'm here.
Tell us what happened to you, because it's kind of related to Adrian.
Okay, yeah, so I did floor, I think it was last, oh gosh, what day are we on? It's Wednesday, so that maybe that was last Thursday. Yeah, last Thursday. And yeah, a call came in. They wanted to know about a property that had sold in the neighborhood by a BHHS agent that went really fast. And he was like, so we're just wondering what the value would be on our home, and just kind of calculating it right now, trying to make it sound very vague. I looked it up. I saw that it had sold, but I looked it up wrong. So I was like, well, that wasn't us, but it doesn't matter. You've called the premier broker in the area. We can handle anything. So tell me really what you're thinking about. And I said, let's start from the beginning. So I qualified him. I kind of interviewed him in my way, and we left it at, I'm going to talk to my wife, and I've noted down the possible times we can get together this weekend, and he'll get back to me. Well, he didn't until he did. So they recognize that there's opportunity. They're kind of finalizing, I guess, what their ultimate plan is. And I know this is going to turn into something.
Right on. So that was basically a come list me call from Barmetta. That's why I said it's related to Adrian, because Adrian's buyer is from Barmetta. Now we have a come list me call from Barmetta. So having our signs out there, it's huge.
Yes.
We also had a buyer call in random. I had no one on floor, except luckily I still had Rana sitting in the conference room. So she has a new buyer lead on that. So things are happening. It's good. What else? Any other good news this week?
Well, I have a buyer. This is Kirsten. I have a buyer, and I have been out to 15 houses, and we get outbid every single time.
So yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, it's definitely
Every
tough
single
out there.
time. And it is 50, 60,000 over the listing price.
Yeah, we're definitely having that problem. I mean, buyers just basically need to start shopping a little bit below their maximum so that they can have room to go higher than expected and offer to pay for everything.
Right, and I mean, the last one here was off of Grape, going from Lake Elsinore into Wildemar, by Diamond Railroad Canyon.
Yeah.
And it needed work. The thing it had going for it, what they want is they want room for their art. They have 2 grown kids in their 20s, and they have boats, they have motorcycles, they have this and that. So they was on a 3/4 acre of a land, but the house was nothing to write home about. And it was listed at $350 and it sold for $410.
Wow.
In 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shannon.
Yeah.
So I got referred a buyer, and I told him he's FHA 3.5% down, that it's going to be next to impossible to get a resale. So I took him to New Homes, and Saturday he's signing.
Right on.
So that's what I suggest if they're not able to go over. If you don't go in strong, 20% down, you're going to get, I don't want to be negative, it's just honest, you're going to get outbid.
Yep.
You're going to.
We got 10%.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Go to New.
I agree. That's a great recommendation for sure. So I have a couple more things. Yeah.
Can I give them a tip? So like if you're going to the New and you're trying to go into Summers Bend and you have to have an appointment and you're not getting an appointment with one of them, just make an appointment with any of them, because once you get past the gate, you can go see them all.
Great.
They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me.
Glad you said that. Oh my gosh, I there's like never anybody there.
Well,
Date-wise, I'm just saying, like, it's not the most easiest thing to get in there.
We had appointments at the different places, but they weren't, once you got past the gate, because we had like appointments at different times of the day, but once you got past the gate, the sales offices weren't checking to see whether you had an appointment with them.
Maybe they laxed up because I went like the first weekend, but I could only get in the one Woodside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we were doing this last weekend on Sunday and we could have gone to all of them.
Nice. Okay.
Good to
Hey,
know.
Linda, where did you end up going for the new build and when is the house going to be done?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
So I took him, his budget was for like 58, so not very high, but I'm gonna tell you, there's a whole slew of them going in off the Domenegoni. You know where I'm talking, Winchester and Domenegoni over there.
Yeah.
This one's going to be done mid-January, which
Okay.
isn't too bad, really. Some of them are sold out. Jim's making coffee right now, so I'm not in the bathroom. Everyone hears that. Anyway, and then I took, there's some off Washington. They were going to be done in January. And then one off McCall. So, which was going to be later.
And we do have the new home thing. There's that connection, that button on the MLS. I don't remember
That's
the
what I
name of
use.
it, but it will help you guys if you're not sure like who's out there anymore as far as new homes. That should help. I haven't looked into it lately, but
There's two of them now. There's New Home Source and like Builders
Yeah.
Connect or something like that. There's two different ones now that do the new homes.
Mm-hmm.
all right, a couple more good news. I've got September's top 5. Woohoo! All right, so I gotta tell you, slots 1 and 2 are so close. I think we're gonna see a change next month. We'll see. But congratulations, Gail and Veronica hanging on to number 1, Jill number 2, Kim number 3, Creighton and Hayes team number 4, and Linda Land jumped in there. Congratulations, Linda. All right. And then
Thank you. Sorry.
and then I didn't get my football update. My scoreboard was like totally jacked up this morning. So I just want to say to the top 3 for the week. Number 1 team, Pearson Ritter team with 38 points. Kim had 33 and Jill had 28. So thank you guys for playing. There was more that played. I promise I'll have my scorecard updated next week. Thank you so much for continuing to play, building your business. We're going to talk about the market a lot today. And then lastly, for those of you who didn't see my video that I emailed out, I want to say thank you again to all the agents who have brought new team members to our team. As we do Profit Builder checks, they come out once every quarter. And so I was able to give out checks to Rana, Linda, and Ryan and Kara for bringing new team members to our team. So that's where you get a percentage of the company dollar for every bit of business that your team, the person that you bring onto the team does. So if you guys have anybody else that you think wants to join our team, I'd love to talk with them. It's also on your football scorecard. You get points for bringing people to me to potentially recruit. So thank you again. So let's talk about new listings coming soon. Lynette, you want to talk about your new listing that's coming up this weekend?
Sure, my mouth is full.
I couldn't see you, so I can't tell.
I'm sorry. I was just barely having breakfast. Okay. So my new listing is in Spencer's Crossing. It's a 4-bedroom, 2 3/4 bath, 2955 square feet, going for $560. It's a very, very beautiful home. Lots of built-ins, lovely kitchen, gorgeous kitchen, actually. Has a farmhouse sink. One of the bedrooms is downstairs with the 2/4 bath, and they have the 3 bedrooms upstairs. So, and it's going to be going live on Saturday. So
Nice. That was the former model, right? Is that the one?
that's the model.
Yeah.
That's the model home.
So you know it's got nice
Yeah.
paint
Well
or
maintained.
wallpaper or whatever.
Well maintained.
Anybody else have new listings coming soon? We really need to.
I do.
Need listings.
I
Tell
do.
us.
I got a listing coming up. I'm not quite sure exactly when. It's in Temecula Hills, single story, 2,032 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It has plantation shutters, granite, nice patio cover. It does have some wallpaper, so that's dated. On a cul-de-sac, of course, and it's nice. I'm gonna put it at 5. Hopefully I'll get over asking.
I might have someone.
What
Okay.
else? Oh, you do, Linda?
I have someone Temecula Hills single story. Yeah.
She wants to wait for Prop 19 to pass. I hope it does, because she's moving up north, so.
Well, let me know if you get it. I have someone.
Okay. Any other new listings coming soon?
I actually just activated one right before the meeting. It's in French Valley, single level, 1,500 square feet. The kitchen's been remodeled, master bath has been remodeled. Good size backyard, corner lot for that amazing price of $4,098.
Jeez.
Gonna sell,
You're gonna be a busy girl today.
right? It does need carpet in 2 of the bedrooms. The rest of the floors are tile. 1 bedroom, they took the wall out to open it up for additional living space, but the wall could get put back in if somebody does need a true 4-bedroom.
Right on. Any other new listings? I love this. All right.
We have one coming. We've talked about it before though, but it's really coming. It's really coming this time. No, maybe next week, I think. It's a 2-story. It's in Murrieta, over kind of by 4 Seasons, but it's not in 4 Seasons. It's Temecula School District. Adam, is it a 4-bedroom? I think it's a 4-bedroom.
Yeah, it's 4-bedroom.
Yeah.
About 2,300 square feet.
Yeah, they've updated the kitchen. It's gonna be vacant, so it'll be very easy to show.
Nice. Very good.
Adrian, does it have a downstairs bedroom?
No,
Okay.
sorry.
All right.
I have something. It's not new, but I never talked about it because it sold so quick, and then it fell out of escrow, and then it sold so quick again, and now it fell out of escrow. So it's Menifee 55 plus. New flooring. It has everything. Anyway, 315. We're at 315 on it. If anyone has 55 plus.
Oh, I saw that in the MLS. I think we only have like 2 single family homes listed right now in the MLS. We need listings so bad. So let's talk about some market stats. First, let's talk about just the weekly stats. So for Temecula Valley, we have 173 new listings in the last 7 days, which is flat. It's exactly the same amount as the week before. As far as pendings, 358, which is up again by 69. And then solds, we had 254, which is up by 66, just basically made up the down from the week before, because the week before we were down 69. So we're kind of leveling out there. Total listings in the Temecula Valley right now, single family, 606. I want to share some more stats with you from our government affairs director that kind of shows you at a glance the September stats. So now when our government affairs director does his stats, he does it for all of Hemet San Jacinto. So these numbers are going to seem different or bigger than the ones that I go over. But looking at September 2020, the amount of sales were up by 9%, and versus a year ago, they were up 19%. So I think that's fantastic. Our median home price went down slightly month over month, but year over year, 10%. These are all really great stats to tell your clients, you know, appreciation is up 10% in our valley. We had 895 unsold inventory for the month of September, which is up about 7% from the month before. But here's the big kicker, 62% down year over year. So even though we're really killing it, like everything that's going on the market, we're selling, we still we never made up all of those homes that didn't come on the market in April and May, March, April, May, and June. So you'll see these big drops here on the units. Unsold inventory, we have less than 1 month of inventory, 0.8, which is down, of course, 68% year over year. Last year, we were still sucking wind. We only had 2.5 months of inventory. And median time on the market is 7.1 days versus the month before. So it's even faster than the month before by 10%. And year over year, last year, this time, it was taking almost a month to sell a listing, and now it's taking 7 days. And to be honest, we all know that 7 days, we probably have the offer in our hand in 1 or 2 days. It's 5 days of negotiating and getting it all figured out. So very interesting. This is the 2 months comparison of transactions. So the volume that we're selling, everybody was up month over month as far as volume goes, with the exception of Lake Elsinore and Canyon Lake. They were down slightly from the month before. But then the median home prices, everybody is up. So Temecula's up 9%, Murrieta up 6%. Look at Menifee, 15% median home sale price. That's crazy. Lake Elsinore up 7, and Wildemar up 15, Canyon Lake up, everybody's up. So really, really good news for people who are considering selling their homes. They've definitely made their money year over year. This is just a quick snapshot of the demand. Obviously, we know that demand is out there. The inventory is shrinking, the demand is growing. And then this is just an idea of what the average home is in each neighborhood. So for overall, September was a fantastic month for everybody, for our company, for our office. It's a really great opportunity right now. We should be out there, with buyers and sellers. We should definitely start using, if you're not already, I feel like I have at least once a week an opportunity to send out a new neighborhood report or a new market report to my clients or friends. Sometimes people say, oh, I wonder this or I wonder that. And I'm like, oh, I'll just send you a report. It's so easy to just add one person and then hook them up right away. So obviously we know that inventory is really in the tank right now. It's our greatest need. That's going to be our biggest holdback for having a successful fourth quarter. Every election, we see the inventory slow down slightly, and then just before the election, and then it gets crazy as soon as the election is over. Probably it will happen again this year, but because of the little bit of inventory that we have, we may not see it as big of a frenzy. So I just wanted to say, as far as you guys are concerned, our office, we surpassed last year's total numbers in the third quarter. So right now we're just in growth mode, and you guys are killing it. With the lack of inventory that we have, you're still being successful, and I just want to see you continue to do that. Again, I'm going to talk about, let's get your business plan going. Let's talk about it. Speaking of business plans, Mike Ferry's going to be doing a business plan on Facebook. No, he's going to be doing a business planning event just for our Berkshire Hathaway offices, and that's going to be hosted by Rick next week on the 27th at 11. You probably saw the email go out, so keep that in mind. So anyway, is Michelle, I see your name on here. Are you really there?
I'm here.
Yay!
I tried to log in. I tried to log in while I was driving and it wouldn't let me.
That's not a good idea. So tell us.
Well, I was sitting in bumper to bumper traffic, so I thought I could multitask.
What's happening?
I wanted to go ahead and talk about our prelims. What's happening? Can you hear me? Hold
Yes.
on.
Yes.
I wanted to talk about going over our prelims. So our prelims, when you get them in, I have been trying to call the agent right away to be able to go over things that we are seeing on the prelim. And I have to be honest with you, we had a transaction. It was supposed to close on Monday, and it ended up that the homeowner had said on their little take sheet that they had one mortgage. So we were showing two mortgages. On reason it slipped through escrow and it slipped through the agent, and when they didn't need to close, they realized that we had an extra mortgage, you know, what we were going with. So there is mortgage heaven. We can't close with a mortgage on the property chain. There's no way around it. So it ended up that we have been going back and forth. This loan had been sold several times. The first mortgage had gone through a loan modification. And the second just ended up dropping off completely. So the client thought he didn't have two mortgages. The second mortgage was not part of the loan modification of the first, but he had stopped making payments on the second when he did the loan modification. So, you know, we really just need to take a peek and see. We always think that one of us are going to catch it. And sometimes it's busy or work. We go ahead and something, but I think that we're so often looking for the red flags that are going to come out and bite us in the tushy. And sometimes we just, it's not one of those red flags. We just miss noticing the actual items in the prelim. Mm-hmm. So really important, we had to end up finding where this mortgage had gone. So we were working with escrow side by side. We didn't know if maybe with the modification, if the second was forgiven. So it's kind of been a crazy week with trying to pick up those pieces. But if we would have had the prelim had first gone out, we would have been able to have this all taken care of ahead of time. So even though once we find out who actually has that loan, you know, they're saying that the loan's not in their system. So we need to go above and beyond. It's not always easy. It's always doable. We always will get through it together, but sometimes it takes time. So do you have any questions on that, Ms. Shannon?
I don't, but I don't know if it's just me, but you keep breaking up.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, you know what though? You've been breaking up the whole time.
I know.
I wonder if it's me. Is it me or you?
Well, I from time to time get a message saying my internet connection isn't great, but it might be both of us. I just wanted to say thank you for helping Laura Lee on her big challenge with her transaction, and that mobile home is nuts. So I think we're going to pull it back together. So thank you again for that.
We are, and we're going to celebrate once it closes for sure.
Yes, yes. All right.
Well, thank you. I'll be in the office when you're done.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so just a couple more things I want to share with you. For those of you who did not see the Facebook Live yesterday with Gordon, because Mark has been sick, for those of you who don't know, I'll just share with you because I'm sure he'll share it, that Mark did have COVID and he was placed in the hospital for a couple of weeks. And he's back home now. He is feeling better. I'm told he's lost a lot of weight, but he's back on email and texting. So I heard from him last night, and that's why Gordon did the Facebook Live yesterday. So Apex Concierge is it's a new program that's coming to our company, and it's going to be launched on November 1st. If you missed the Facebook Live yesterday, we are having On our regional meeting next Wednesday, the owner of Apex is going to be on the meeting. And so he's going to go over all the details, but just to give you a quick glimpse, if you haven't heard yet, of what it is. Concierge means a lot of things to a lot of people, but for real estate, what it really is a number of things. So if we have a listing that needs a little TLC prior to it going on market, but the seller doesn't have the funds to help do that, our concierge service can help do that, and also take the money that it costs to do that and add it, so that they get paid at the end of the close of escrow. So there's no money out of pocket to the seller. If they need professional staging, again, can't pay for it, we can have our concierge company go ahead and stage it for our clients. And again, no money out of pocket up front, it all gets added to the end. And there's a number of different services, so moving, actual renovations, painting, cleaning, decluttering, even bridge loans. So if you have a seller who wants to move, but needs the money now so that they can move on, they do bridge loans. And I know that the owner doesn't like us to call it that, but that's really what it is. So it's a very simple process. Once you have the listing, they can meet for free with the designer to talk about what they can do to help this listing sell faster and for more money. And then they work through the vendors and get it all set up. Now, you've probably seen emails coming out asking for your vendors to be added to this list, because this company wants to work with your vendors. If that's who you trust and want to work with, they want to know who they are. So even if you right now don't have any vendors or can't think of any, and you do end up having a client who needs services like this, and let's just say you have a fantastic painter, and you want that vendor, that painter, to be used in this process, as long as they pass the qualification with Apex, they can be used, and they will get paid through Apex just as usual. So it's a really, really great program. And I hope you guys will join us next week on our regional meeting, all 4 offices, where we'll have Fred here talking about how it goes from start to finish. Any questions on that right now, though? Okay.
Shannon, sorry. So is this only in-state, or is this also out-of-state? So if somebody's moving out of state?
Well, if it's moving services, for sure, it does go out of state. We're in our 3 states, so this program is available for all 3 states, but outside of that, I don't know the answer to that. So join us next week and let's ask Fred that question.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Is there a price point?
No, there's no certain price point. I will tell you there are 3 program tiers, and it's kind of too much for me to talk about right now, but there is a concierge complimentary free service. There's a annual plan, and these plans are based on agents, you signing up to use these plans. And then there's this super duper plan, but we'll talk about that next week. But as far as the price point goes, no, there's no price point for the listing side as to what's too little and what's, obviously the big ones will be right in their wheelhouse. Oh yeah, so I wanted to share one more thing. Thank you, Cecily. And obviously I don't keep track of the chat room, so just pipe up like you did.
Will do.
I wanted to also share with you, let me find it. Oh, so next week, I want to do a training on the VAC. I'll do a hybrid of live and Zoom at the same time next Thursday at 10 o'clock. We have like 6 holiday cards that are getting ready to go out for anybody who's on a holiday campaign. 6 cards going out in the next 10 weeks. And I've talked about this almost every month since VAC's started, that these cards just have a photo and nothing from you. So what I'd really like to do is get our own personalized campaign put together. And so I want to work with you guys in a group where we can at least get those next 6 cards set up with your personalized note on them and set up to go out on the day that you want it, rather than the day that it's automatically set up here in the VAC. So if you want to come into the office, we will social distance. I will have my computer set up to the monitor so you can sit in the bullpen. And then I'll also be Zooming for anybody who can't make it. And let's at least get these next 6 cards in line. And the great thing about building your own campaign is you can add to it even while you have people on the campaign. So what I mean by that, like I have a recruiting campaign and it has all of these cards in it. You could, they're based on just a particular time frame, but I can continue to add past day 84 anytime I want to, and then anybody who's on this campaign will get the next one and the next one. So it's kind of like a living, breathing campaign for me, and I'm hoping that we will get our holiday campaigns dialed perfectly, and they'll be set up with your personalized notes. So come to that next week. And then the last thing I want to mention, we have,
And what time will that be?
it's going to be at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, and I expect it's going to go a little longer than usual. I don't think we're going to be able to cram it. We might even have 2 days, but I'm going to plan for an hour and a half just to make sure, because we got 6 cards to go through.
Can you record?
Oh.
Yes, I will record anything on Zoom.
Okay.
If we got a new picture, how do we put it in? I remember Maria did that for me when I first started. She blasted it in everything. How do we do that? Or we have to call marketing for that?
Well, it's kind of easy now, because in VAC, once you change this photo up here in the right-hand corner,
Yeah.
By clicking on your profile, it also changes it on your business web page. Then the only other page that you'll need to fix it on is through the Resource Center. And we certainly can do that for you.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, I was going to go to the Resource Center, so let me go there now anyway.
Shannon, what do we have to do if in the newsletter it's like distorting it?
Oh, yeah, we've had that problem. I don't personally know how to fix the distortion, but our education team does, because they fixed it for Christina Morrison. So like, send them an example of what it looks like if your email signature is getting messed up, where your head is like bigger than your text box. Is that what you're talking about?
It's actually only in the newsletter where it comes into like the heading.
Okay.
And see, in the newsletter, you can't preview because you only can see it when you see it, you know, when it's already out there.
Send yourself
And
a
it
newsletter.
stretched us really long.
Yes.
Yes.
Elongated. I sent it to the education, and it was they fixed it. So
Okay, all right, I'll do that. I tried to crop it in so it was a narrower picture so that if it stretched it, it might work, but.
yeah,
It sounds like it's in the newsletter itself, like everybody might be having that problem.
Yeah, you might want to look at the newsletter you send out.
Okay, I'm not sending that out yet. One more thing, this was just announced today. You may have saw it in your email, but Berkshire Hathaway rolled out in the Resource Center a Homes for the Holiday e-card series. And it basically is just promoting to sellers, hey, the holidays are actually one of the best times to sell. And it's a series of like 5 or 6 cards, electronic cards that you can send out. And I know I don't want to confuse you, because that's Resource Center versus the VAC. So if you're over the Resource Center, then just ignore what I just said. But I just thought that they were pretty. I like that. I like the font on it and stuff. As far as office updates, I'm noticing we're noticing as far as companies concerned that, we know we're getting lots of multiple offers on our listings, but what we're not seeing in our SkySlope files are all the not accepted offers. So just a reminder, listing agents, that when you accept one offer, fantastic, we know that's going to be in SkySlope for sure, but all those rejected offers, we just need to have one copy of it in there in the document center as rejected. And if we had that, then we're good to go. Just never know when somebody's going to be a jerk and call us on the carpet and say we did something wrong. And if we don't have a copy in the file, we don't know what they're talking about. So just want to remind you about that. And then that's it for me. Yay, I'm glad to be done talking. Anybody have any updates that they want to share?
I just wanted to share that I did the Halloween. Good response. Actually, the parents are very happy that I was able to do that. I guess because the kids are home and it gives them something to do. So I got some response already. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's great. I mean, I feel like we've had some good responses lately from farming. I know Rana and Kelly, both of them are not on here, but they had a come list me call from their farming this week as well. So I know they have at least one new listing coming on that. So that's cool. So you guys, I know some people don't feel comfortable farming right now, but I think that nobody else is doing it. So do it and just be safe about it. Wear your mask, wear your gloves if you want to do that. Put everything in plastic bags. I know I say it every week, but get out there and farm because nobody else is doing it. And that's it. We're gonna have our book club next Thursday. So if I didn't text you already and you're reading the book, I didn't know you were reading the book. So let me know. And we're gonna do it at Carla's house at 5 o'clock on Thursday, the 29th. So.
Hey,
right,
Shannon,
guys.
this is Kirsten.
Yes.
I can't come into the office right now because I can't risk getting anything. I can't be exposed to cooties. So how do I sign on for being part of this remote? Are you going to send out a Zoom so I can be part of this, what you were talking about before?
The VAC training?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to be live on Zoom and I will record it too.
Okay, because I really want to be part of that. I'm doing a lot with send out cards, but I do want to use the send out cards is not with an email, so, but I'd like to be part of the other stuff too.
Right, and you guys need to remember, or maybe you're not aware, but Landwood Title now has access to a way to get email addresses for you. And when they download them for your farms, they are already set up perfectly to be input right into our VAC. So it's a different company than I use. I was using Cole Realty Resources, and they have a different program. There is a small fee. You'll have to talk to Michelle about it, but she said that she was able to get more email addresses than what I was able to get. So look into that as well. But I'm going to try to start doing these hybrid meetings soon, just because I know some of us want to, be live and it's easier. And some people are still in a place where, like Kirsten said, she doesn't want to get cooties. I totally get it either way. Whatever you guys want to do is fine with me. So that's it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you guys. I miss you.
Thank you.